Hi, hello everybody, what's up? It's Fern. Welcome back to another Plenty video. Thank you so much for joining me for the first official plant chores video of September. So I'm very excited to jump into some plant care and just to hang out with y'all. I did make a list of a few ideas, but I think I'm just gonna, this is kind of gonna be go with the flow, but I do have some things that I want to get done, so I'll let you know what's on my list. I also think that this video might go over a couple of days, we'll see, but I really want to start the month off just, you know, getting stuff done right away. I'll probably do a couple of plant chores videos this month and take you along with me. If you saw my September reset video, you would have kind of gotten an update on what's been going on in my collection pest wise, and also just what some of my plans and goals and just like what September is going to look like for me when it comes to my plant collection. So a big focus of my plant chores and just like a big thing that's been going on for me over the past several months has been this spider mite thing that I've been dealing with, which is a lot better now, but I'm transitioning to, I'll talk more about it once we actually start doing it, but if you haven't seen that reset video, long story short, I'm transitioning not transitioning, but I'm going to be doing a new pest prevention routine, I guess. So I need to, it's a DIY thing, so I need to mix that up. We're gonna try it out, mix it up together and try it out. So I'm really excited about that. And then what else is on my list? I want to do some minor rearranging. There's a couple plants that I kind of want to move out of the Millsbow wide cabinet. So yeah, just moving a couple of things around. I also want to perhaps try out my Sansi clip lights on some of my moss poles that I've moved that aren't currently getting a ton of light. I thought I would just see if I could clip those on and see if that would be helpful at all. So kind of play around with that and see if it's gonna work. I also really want to, this has been on my list for so long and I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but I really need to repot my nepenthes. I have 2 nepenthes or pitcher plants in my collection and they haven't been repotted since I got them, which was like a long time ago, like a year and a half ago probably. I think it was right before I moved here, actually, if I'm not mistaken. But they really need an upsize because they just dry out so quickly and they're just staying small because they dry out so quickly. So I'm gonna try to upsize them and see how they do. I really want to see them grow and thrive, so I need to put like some more energy into that. So I want to do that. I'm also thinking about repotting my begonia fannie moser because she needs an upsize as well. And then perhaps some Hoya themed chores, maybe some trellising. A lot of my Hoyas are just growing crazy as they do. You guys, I just noticed blooms on my, what's she called again? Oh my gosh, camphorifolia, my Hoya camphorifolia. Oh my goodness, I'll have to take her down and have a look. I don't know if they're open yet. They're so small. Yeah, I honestly should pull down all of my Hoya from the window and take a look at them. Maybe we'll like spray those down with the pest solution. I haven't actually taken them down for like probably a month now, which is kind of crazy. I've just been watering them in place. Anyway, so yeah, some Hoya chores, maybe some Hoya updates. There's also one that I want to check for flat mites. So, oh, also I want to pot up an exciting begonia propagation. It's not a new begonia, it's an old begonia that I've had for a long time that I haven't actually been growing as a plant in a long time. It's been in propagation, and I've gotten some questions on what happened to that plant. So I'm glad that she's going to be making her comeback. So yeah, lots of ideas of things to do. I am very excited. I am starting this video quite late. It is almost 5 p.m. so I don't know how much I'm gonna get done tonight. I don't normally film later in this late in the day, and not for this channel at least. Okay, so here we are in front of the Millsbow wide. I put the black background on here in the reset video, so you may have seen that. But one of the plants, or actually there's a couple of plants that I'm considering moving out of here. So one of them, whoop.
Hey honey, should we just cook a pizza?
Sure. One of them, did you see that I put the black background here, honey?
The what?
I put the black background in this one too.
Oh yeah, that's nice, baby.
Yeah.
Is it 425 or 450?
I think 25. So Hoya Kalimantan, I'm thinking about moving out of the cabinet because I don't know. I want to see if she'll grow more front facing if I put her in front of the window, because right now she's obviously getting the highest light source from above her. So her leaves are kind of horizontal like that. But my Hoya that grow in the windows look so much nicer because the leaves are all kind of facing out. So I want to try to squeeze her in somewhere along the windowsill. I'm actually probably going to be moving a couple of the plants on one of these windowsills soon, because I am going to be moving a couple of them into the Wally Grow planters. So I think I am going to have some space for her. But yeah, I just think that that's going to be better for this plant. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the solution is to that unless I put lights on the like door of the cabinets. I know some people do that, or have it in like the corners. So I mean, I could do that eventually, but for now I'm just gonna move her to the window because this is just really crowded in here anyways. So I can kind of move things around a little bit so that it's not quite as hectic. Like, oh yeah, and then the second plant that I want to move out of here. Let me move this guy quickly. I was considering getting rid of this alocasia because I don't know, it's just kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. I almost got rid of it, but I keep almost getting rid of it and then I just end up keeping it. It's my alocasia chienlii, or Antoros velvet, Antoro black velvet, something like that. And it's a stunning alocasia, but yeah, it's just, it was infested with spider mites. I think this was like the one that had it the worst out of this cabinet, and it's just fussy. It pretty much needs to stay in the cabinet, I feel, because when I tried to grow it outside of the cabinet, it did not do well. So I don't know if I'll be trying that again, but I am going to keep it for now, and we'll see how it does. But the other plant that I was considering moving out of the cabinet is, oh my gosh, we should totally repot this. I literally always forget to repot my watsoniana baby, and look, it's putting out another leaf. Can you see that? I always forget to repot it because I don't think of it until I'm like digging around in this cabinet and it's hiding behind here. Anyways, I'm gonna take this out so that we can repot it. I'm gonna put that into Molly's. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it today. Anyways, I'm thinking about taking out this, what is this called? Chia pens, Syngonium chia pens, variegated, because I don't know. Why do I even want to take this out? Do I even want to? I kind of wanted this to be somewhere where it was like going to be facing more out as well, but I don't know if I have somewhere. I mean, I could just put it like in front of the cabinet, kind of near the window. Should I do that, or should I just... I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can leave it in now that I took out that Hoya. I feel like it should stay in, or else this cabinet's gonna be too empty, which is not a problem that I frequently have, but I almost feel like I can't like see it enough when it's in the back. Is that true though? No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I have room for like a smaller plant here now, but I don't know what I'm gonna put there. Oh, I know what I'll put. I have been talking about how I want to put my Hoya chicken farm back inside a cabinet because I feel like these just look so much nicer when they're grown in cabinet conditions. Like, this is not cute. This is like, I want to throw her in the compost, but I'm not going to because I know her potential. I have seen her look absolutely stunning. Insert photo if I'm not too lazy when I'm editing. So yeah, she deserves to live on inside the cabinet. Let's pop her in. Also, these are the nepenthes that I'm wanting to repot. They're just small. Oh my gosh, look at the new growth coming out of this one. It's so fuzzy. Look at that, it's so cute. So yeah, I really want to get these into larger vessels. Should I do that right now? I low-key want to do that right now. Okay, let's do some repots right now. just for funsies. Also, this one is unrelated to the chores that we're doing, but this is my Hoya pricktie, and look at the 2 new leaves that it's put out. I am obsessed with them. They're so nice. Oh my goodness. These grew in the south-facing window, but they're actually a nice color. Like, they're not too bleached or anything. Some of the older leaves are more bleached, but those look so good. They look so juicy and shiny, and oh, I'm obsessed. Like, look at her. Look at her. So yeah, she's been sitting on top of this cabinet just on display, and I have been enjoying looking at her every day. Okay, so that works out kind of perfectly because it opened up a spot on the window for the Kalimantan to go. I am just gonna clear out some of these multiflora blooms. It is so messy. Hoyas are very, very messy, especially the Hoyas that bloom frequently. You'll be constantly cleaning up after them. Anyways, let's pop her in there. Oh, it's a little tight. It's a little tight. Okay, we'll see how she does with that. Okay, I've just gathered some of the supplies for our repotting. So I'm gonna be putting the alocasia into mollies, and then I grabbed a couple of larger pots for the nepenthes. I mean, they're only 4 inches, but they're in really small pots right now, so this is still gonna be a pretty good upsize for them. And I have some sphagnum moss ready to go as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna do these small repots right here quickly. Don't have a potting mat or anything, but I think it's gonna be fine. Also, these are some of my supplies for the pest solution that we'll make up after this. So let's do the alocasia quickly. I am honestly kind of scared to remove this from here. I feel like it has really small, delicate roots. It looks like it has like 1 singular root. So I'm gonna get a fork and kind of scoop it out. I feel like this is such a good tip for removing small, delicate plants. And I actually learned this from transplanting seed, like starter little baby seedlings for the outdoor garden. And I thought that that is a tip that would work very well for some little baby houseplants too, because you can kind of like scoop and lift. There we go. Okay. This is actually one of the alocasia that I'm most excited to grow, like, in my collection right now. So I'm really hoping that it takes to the repot well. Has diatomaceous earth on it right now, but it looks stunning. Even though it's so juvenile, it still just looks stunning. So let's go ahead, and I'm just gonna use this small square pot. I have a tiny bit of mollies left in this bag, so I'll use that up. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gonna be like the perfect amount? Oh my goodness. Okay. That is excellent. I'm gonna have to get these stray lecas. This is the tiny root system that it has. I'm gonna stick it in here gently. So someone was just messaging me on Instagram and told me that Wilderly, which is a plant shop that's in Alberta, they also have an online shop. I've never ordered from them, but I've crept their online store a lot. They have so many plants, but they opened a storefront here on the island in Victoria, which is so crazy. I had no idea that they were opening a store here. Like, I was like, what? So I'm a little bit shook. So next time I'm in Victoria, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, apparently they have like 3,000 plants there, and they have like rare plants, and it sounds pretty awesome. So I thought that that was so crazy. I don't know if any of y'all who are from around here or just if you've heard about it in general, but I did not know that they were opening a location here. Like, that is so crazy. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Oh, another big old leca. Okay, I think that's gonna be good enough. All right, it is potted up in there. It's a tiny pot, but it's like, looks so big for this alocasia because it's just a little baby. Send good vibes for this one, y'all. I really need her to live. I really need her to. Oops, oh my gosh. As I'm like knocking things, I'm gonna put the leca in front so it's not gonna, it's gonna support her. Okay, I'm just gonna go water her quickly and then put her back in the cabinet because she gets princess treatment. Okay, so now on to our nepenthes. Oh my goodness, I have been putting off repotting these for so long. It's ridiculous. So today is finally the day. So this one is Nepenthes glandulifera, which is a fuzzy one. That is why I like this one. Well, you already saw. There we go. Looks like a little fern frond or something coming in. But yeah, this is fuzzy. It also has little like glands on it. I don't know if you can see the spots. This is diatomaceous earth, the white, but the dark spots are glands. You can see here that, I guess, secrete. I don't really know, but it's a cool one. So I'm gonna repot that one, and then this one, which is called Nepenthes Fusca. This one looks like it has had a rough time, but hopefully they're gonna be happy after this repot. So let's get our pots ready. This is gonna be easy. It's just a sphagnum moss repot, and I have a full refreshed bin of sphagnum. So that is perfect. I was going to put these in the carnivorous soil that I got from Brad's greenhouse, but then I got a comment that told me not to. So I didn't want to risk it. I don't really know if it would be good or bad or what, but I find it really hard to find information on like specific nepenthes. Really hard to find information on them. So I'm just sticking with sphagnum moss to play it safe. Let's take this out and see how much room we need. Just gonna grab it. Oh my gosh, I'm literally dumping the pictures. That's kind of nasty. Okay, let's stick them in. Ew. Oh my god, it's full. The water is full of gnats. And are those ants? Or are they all gnats? I don't know, but that is unwell. Let's wipe this up. Okay, I'm just gonna fill the rest of it with sphagnum moss. Oh, girl. Okay, so this one is all repotted. Looks great. I'm gonna go ahead, add the name tag back in because I can't be trusted to remember these names. And then I'm also going to add the clip back on because this is gonna hang in the same spot on the wire grid in the cabinet. that's it. The moss is already moist, so I don't need to water it or anything. I could fertilize it. I do have little like carnivorous plant food, but I think it's fine for now. I'm just going to pop it back in the cabinet. All right, second one, same thing. Okay, let's carefully. There we go, good. No spillage this time. I'm actually glad to know that they're catching, since that one spilled and I saw gnats and stuff in there. That is good to know, so. I don't know if these nepenthes would be happy outside of the cabinet. I know a lot of them you can grow in just room humidity, but I don't know about these ones particularly, so if you do know, I know that a lot of y'all do know a lot more about carnivorous plants than I do. I feel like whenever I talk about them, people leave really helpful, informative comments. So thank you in advance if you have any care tips or information about these variety of nepenthes that I have. Hopefully I'm gonna get them growing and looking good now that they won't be drying out so much, hopefully. They always start to look good and then inevitably they dry out and then they start to crisp up and look bad. So hopefully we're gonna break that cycle. Okay, that's it. That one is done. Let's put the tag back in and the clip. Boop. And that's it. Okay, I just popped those nepenthes back into the cabinet and our dinner is actually ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and I don't know if I'll get a chance to finish this video tonight because I need to edit as well, a different video. So I'll either see you tonight or tomorrow. Okay, hello everybody, I'm back. Different day, different hair, same drink. Well, not the exact same drink, but I did go ahead and just make myself another iced matcha latte for the rest of our plant chores. I'm hoping to get through everything else that I've had on my list, starting off with mixing up my new pest prevention / treatment DIY little mixy mix. This was first, I think that this was first posted by Liquidirt. I'm not 100% sure, but everyone refers to this as being like the video that kind of popularized this mix. So I'll have the measurements on the screen, but if you are interested, I will link Liquidirt's video in the description for you to go check out. And it actually is really good because he goes through all of the ingredients specifically and explains why they are useful in this mix and what the purpose of adding them in is. So yeah, really recommend that. But yeah, I just double checked the measurements for everything and it's perfect because it's already given in like an 8-cup. Oh wait, this might be a little bit too small because I just realized 8 cups of water, which is just shy of 2 liters, and this is a 2-liter thing. But then you also need like a 1/4 cup of each of the Castile soaps and 1 cup of the alcohol. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I might have to half the measurements here, but I saw that someone in the comments actually gave the like. Anyways, either way, I will have all of the ingredients on the screen for you. Oh my gosh, lavender matcha lattes are literally on another level. So good. I make my own lavender syrup. I've done it before on my vlog channel. Super easy to make yourself, and I use that for my iced lattes and iced matcha lattes, and it's so good. Okay, I've got all of my ingredients here. Now the reason that I want to try this method out is because lately I keep hearing people talking about it, and I don't know, I always get curious about these DIY methods, especially when they are ingredients that are easily accessible. So basically I'm just curious of how it's gonna go and what my experience is going to be with this. Also, I heard that it smells good and it leaves your leaves nice and shiny, so I don't know. Sounds great to me. I will say that these are expensive though. These Castile soaps, these were like $30 each here in Canada, so that's really expensive. Hopefully it's gonna last a while. I'm gonna start with adding the warm water, if I can get this off, because it's always best to add the water first, because everything is just gonna suds up and bubble up if you put the soaps in and then you add the water. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be 4 cups. I guess I'm gonna have to measure that. I'm losing track. I just put in 4. Okay, I think I put in 2 cups. Oh my gosh, wait. Yeah, 2 cups. I'm like daydreaming. 2.5. 3. 3.5. 4. I'm gonna put in a little extra because I like spilled some of it. Okay. So we have our water. Let's go ahead and add 1/8 of a cup of tea tree. It says that that's also 2 tablespoons. Okay, we're gonna do the tablespoons. I can't find my 1/8 of a cup measurement thing. Okay, tea tree. Do you guys like making your own like pest prevention like this, or do you prefer to just buy something that's already mixed up and ready to go? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 tablespoons. Ooh, oh my gosh, okay. Oh, I should have put the little squirt lid back on. That's why it's coming out so fast. Okay. I guess you don't need that much of this, but I'm literally spilling it down the side. But I feel like this is not gonna go super far with how many plants I have. So this might not even be very cost efficient. At least not where I am with the price of the Castile soap and everything. In the video, he uses the Dr. Woods brand, I think it's called, and I could not find that. I don't know if it's sold in Canada or not, but this is what I could find, so. These do smell really good. I love the scent of tea tree and peppermint. They both smell delicious to me, so I love that. I don't think I've ever used pest prevention or treatment. Oh, let's put this back on. That uses isopropyl alcohol or hydrogen peroxide. I've used these individually for different things. Like I've used this to spot treat for mealies, and I've used this for like root rot and stuff like that. This also is helpful for like fungal issues, so that's another perk of spraying it onto leaves. But yeah, I don't think I've ever included them in like a DIY solution. I used to mix up a neem oil like back in the day, but I haven't done that in a long time, and I don't think I included either of those ingredients in there either. Okay, so next on the list is half a tablespoon of the, oh, this is where it's gonna get, sorry, the peroxide. This is where it's going to get a little, okay, so I need to reduce that by 1/3 because it's supposed to be 1% peroxide, and all I have is the more commonly available 3%. Fractions aren't my strong suit here. I think I'm just gonna straight up dilute it. So I'll put half a tablespoon of this, and then I'll put 2 more tablespoons of water. Does that make sense? Gosh, I hope so. You're smart. You're smart.
Okay. Where's this going?
So I need half a tablespoon of 1% peroxide. I have 3%. So can I put half a tablespoon of this and then two more, 1 tablespoon of water? Then this will only be 1/3. So that would turn it into 3%.
You want 1%?
I want 1%. Half a tablespoon.
You want half a tablespoon of 1%?
Yes.
So wouldn't you need 1/3 of a tablespoon to get 1%?
If I needed 1 tablespoon, yes, but I need half a tablespoon, so I need 1/6.
So you need, yeah, exactly. You need like, so, like, well, we have to do some math, but you know, make sure. You should be able to times like the number of like
1/6 tablespoon.
How many milliliters is in it? How many milliliters?
It's half a teaspoon I need. Oh wait, does that make sense? Is 1/6.16? Yeah, is it? Okay, in the meantime, I'll do the half a cup of 70% rubbing alcohol. I think I have an opened bottle to use up, perhaps. I need to go check.
What are you making?
I'm making a pest jam. This feels very intense. It's a lot of, I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
That's not gonna work out.
Yeah, it's fine.
You should use a liquid measuring.
Oh!
Use a liquid measuring. Right?
My hand is like,
You're gonna dump that out and do it again.
No, I'm not. I'll just add a little bit more. That was, oh my gosh, okay. Use the liquid measuring cup. It has been decided that half a teaspoon would be the amount of 3% hydrogen peroxide that I need. That's so small. Like, there's hardly any hydrogen peroxide in here. And there's so much of everything else. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I guess that's it. So then you just, you know, give it a shake. Oh, actually I might charge this sprayer just to make sure it is all good to go. I'll give it a shake first. But I'm gonna have to do our spraying when we get back from our WALK. I feel like I'm always like walking in the middle of filming because it's just the way it works out, I guess. I never know what time my boyfriend's gonna get home from work, and then whenever he does get home is just when we go. So we're gonna go do that. Okay, back from the walk, and I'm gonna start spraying plants down. I'm so excited to try this out. I think I'm gonna start with spraying some of the plants on my Vitcho cabinet, some of these smaller ones on the top of the wide part right behind me there. So I guess I'll probably just should I do it in the sink? Maybe I'll do some of the smaller ones in the sink and then move to the bathtub to cover some of the larger plants. Okay, so there's lots of Hoya that I'm going to be spraying down with this. Now this treatment is marketed as for spider mites, but I think that it also works on a lot of different pests, including mealybugs. And spider mites and mealybugs are the main things that I've kind of been dealing with. It's not so bad anymore, like I really got on top of everything, but I just want to, like, even though these plants don't have pests right now that I know of, I still just want to be spraying them down so that we can be on top of prevention, you know? Okay, so I decided to kind of switch up my plan with what we're going to be doing next. I was going to do maybe some Hoya trellising, Hoya stuff, but instead of that, I am going to be doing something that is more pressing that I should have done like months ago. We're going to do a bit of a plant rescue, and that is to investigate what is going on with my anthurium moodeanum. Now this is a plant that I got, I've had it for a while now, maybe 2 years, and it looked amazing for a while, but I repotted it and then I moved it out of the cabinet. So 2 things at once, and since then, basically it's been unhappy. So I have kind of just been ignoring it. It's like super dusty, like it definitely needs to be washed. I've basically been ignoring it, but now I'm going to actually look at the roots, try to see if there's anything going on down there, and just try to troubleshoot and hopefully rescue this plant. I was actually going to get rid of it, but I was recently watching one of Kevin's videos, Hakuna La Planta, and he was showing his anthurium moodeanum, and it was so stunning. So I was like, okay, I need to save mine. So here I am now, trying to save mine. So let's take a look. This is my first look at the roots in like, in months. And they do not look good from what I can see. Oh. Okay. I think we have a case of root rot here. Oh boy. Okay. That's honestly kind of good. I mean, it's not good, but at least it's an identifiable issue that I can hopefully fix. So I'm gonna go get my potting mat because we're gonna have to dump this out and remove probably all the roots. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna end up just cutting this up and probably sticking it into perlite to reroot. So yeah, that's my plan. Was I not filming this whole time? No, I think I was. Okay. Taking the name tag out. Oop. I'm gonna remove the stake as well. It's just a clear acrylic one. Gotta remove the pot extender. I really tried to set her up for success. I don't know what went wrong. What probably happened is that I moved it out of the cabinet, and then with the decrease in humidity, you need to kind of compensate for that with like not letting it dry, not letting it get like too bone dry. And what I probably did was underwater this when I should have been really on top of the watering, and then it probably got dry rot, is what usually happens. Oop. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's like fungus gnats flying out of here. Was roots in this part, but they obviously, as you can see, they all just broke off. I'm also seeing a lot of sphagnum moss. Like there's sphagnum moss, and then there's also like all this sphagnum moss kind of concentrated in the middle. So I don't know, was this in sphagnum and then I repot? I don't even remember. See this sphagnum in the middle? This is what can happen if you don't remove the sphagnum when you repot. I don't know why I left so much of it on. I honestly don't remember repotting this, if I was just lazy with that, but maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe this stayed too moist. Maybe it wasn't dry rot. I don't know, but to avoid like, you know, or to decrease chances of the moisture being concentrated in one area because of the sphagnum, I try to remove as much as possible when I move propagations from sphagnum to potting mix, but so I don't know what the heck, but it's not great seeing that. Should I just cut this and just propagate? I honestly might just do that because I don't know what benefit. Like I have so many, like there's so much stem here that I can propagate that I feel like I should just do that rather than messing around with this. Like what's the point of that? So, okay, I'm gonna go grab my shears and just cut. I guess I could have avoided mess by doing that, but it's good to have taken this apart a little bit and kind of investigated what's going on. Got them. My battery's gonna die, so let's try to cut this before it does. Okay, I'm just going to chop right here, chop right here. And I'm gonna cut off, so this is when I really knew something was wrong, was when it was trying to push new leaves, but they just shriveled up there. So I'm just gonna remove those because they're just dead anyways. Poor thing. There is like a mealy there too, or eggs or something. Anyways, I'm gonna have to spray this down. Okay, I did just spray those cuttings down. I'm going to get a cup ready to propagate them. I think I'm gonna use my jumbo perlite. I've really been liking using this for my larger plants, like larger cuttings lately. So yeah, let's just fill the cup up with some of this while that's kind of drying off. I mean, I guess they're pretty tall cuttings, so I'm not gonna be able to put a lot in here, but I'll put some in there. And then I'll get my Super Thrive ready as well because I am gonna use Super Thrive water to fill this up because that's going to be helpful. By the way, that pest treatment stuff did not smell good. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. Mine straight up just smelled like the isopropyl alcohol. I even went to like go double check the measurements because I was like, did I put way too much or something? But no, I put the right amount. So, yeah, I don't know what the heck. It was like so bad. I had to like hold my breath. Not that it like smelled super bad, but it was almost just like painful to breathe in. Like, I feel like I should be doing that outside or like wearing a mask or I don't know. That was like serious. Anyways, we have our Super Thrive water ready to go here. Okay, they aren't dry yet, but that's fine. I'm just going to stick them in here anyways. Oh, this one I want to peel off. Oh my gosh, okay. Just want to peel off the dry bits. Hopefully these will root up and be okay. Okay, now I just need to fill it up some more. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. That is filled up with the perlite. Now let's just go ahead and add our Super Thrive water. I'm gonna do it about halfway full for now. There we go. All right, so there is the anthurium moodeanum, hopefully off to a fresh start. We'll see. I will definitely keep y'all updated on how she's doing. I mean, this is definitely a better outcome than me just getting rid of the plant and neglecting it. So I'm glad that we did this. Okay, I'm honestly tempted to call it quits for today because I have already watered. I watered literally my whole entire collection this morning. So I've spent some good hours doing plant chores off camera today. I don't normally water all of my plants on one day, but since I got the electric sprayer, I've been using that. I actually should update you guys on how that's been going, because I showed when I first got that and testing it out and everything, but then I didn't really follow up. So I am still using it and I am still loving it. For a while, like after the first time I used it, when it had the nozzle spray, like sprayer thing on the end of it, I wasn't really loving it because it just felt kind of messy and it kind of took forever to water. But then somebody commented, I'm pretty sure that they commented that they saw Miro from Basie Plants take off the end of the nozzle, but they said that it works a lot better if you just have no nozzle on the end. So it's basically just like an open spout, like almost like a little hose or something. So I was like, you know what, that actually sounds like a better idea. And then like, because like the angle of the nozzle wasn't convenient, and yeah, so anyways, long story short, I took off the end of the sprayer, so now it's literally just like an open hole at the end, or an open like tube at the end. I don't have it right here, else I would show you. Basically, there's just no nozzle attached to the end, but I've been using it that way and it works so much better. It's way quicker to use and it just kind of like pours down like a little spout. So it's really easy for me to get into all of my plants. And yeah, so every once in a while, when like most of my plants are due for water, I will just fire up that electric sprayer and just boom, 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 go around, do all of my plants. I'll take my little step stool with me to get the higher plants. I just carry the what's it called? Like the tank part of it, the like water reservoir. And then I just get all of my plants up high, and it's actually super, super helpful. So yeah, I'm glad that I found a way to use it where it actually is convenient. So I've really been loving that, but that's what I did this morning to water all of my plants. So I feel really good that they're all watered and also fertilized. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of plant stuff today. I don't film watering very often for the plant chores. Every once in a while I'll put it in, but I always just feel like it's so boring and repetitive. But then sometimes people comment and say that they like the watering content. So maybe I'll do a whole water with me video one day just for funsies, for those of you who like the watering content. But for today, I think that's gonna be it. I do still have some plants drying in the tub. I'm just going to be gradually, like every day, I'll do a different group of plants where I spray them down, clean their surface and their cover pots, and then put them back. I'm just really trying to put a lot of effort into keeping my plants and also the area clean, because I'm so bad for just like letting shelves get grimy and gross. So yeah, I feel like it goes a long way, not only to just make it nicer, but also to prevent pest problems, just keeping everything clean. So that's something that I have been trying to get into more of a groove of, and I feel like I've been doing pretty well. Like even today, cleaning the cover pots, I feel like I just did that a couple of weeks ago, so I'm staying pretty on top of it now, which is nice. Okay, hello, I'm back. I'm popping in for some more plant chores. I thought I was gonna be ending it off, and then I was looking at my list this morning that I had come up with a few days ago, and I was like, what happened to the original plot of the movie? Because there's things on my list that I did not even, like, completely exited my brain. And one of them was the begonias that I wanted to repot. So I was like, okay, let me just do that right now. So it's a beautiful sunny afternoon, perfect repotting weather. My soil bin is currently bone dry, completely empty. So I'm going to be, that's actually great because for the most part, all of my plants go into my just like basic DIY mix that is soil, orchid bark, and perlite. But with my begonias, I make it a little bit different. I don't want it as chunky, so I create something that's just a little bit more dense. You still want well draining, but I don't want it to be like, I don't usually use orchid bark and just things that make it more chunky. So for my begonia mix, I am going to be using a base of the Pro Mix HP potting mix, whatever, just the soil that I use. And then I'm going to add perlite, just the like small perlite that I have. This actually works great for begonias. I don't love this for my larger aeroids and stuff, but it works great for begonias. And then I'm also going to be adding some vermiculite. So I thought that we could quickly whip up a batch of this. I'm going to be repotting 2 begonias, and they're both stunning dark begonias, perfect for the season. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm definitely feeling more rejuvenated. Yesterday I was just, my energy was leaving me, but I've already been spraying some plants today, cleaning another part of the Visto shelf, and just getting some stuff done. So I'm kind of on a roll here already. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna do a base of the soil. Oh, this is wet. This is really wet. I think it was wet in the bag and then I dumped the bag in here. But I don't need to do a huge batch since I'm only repotting 2 plants. The Pro Mix HP does have some perlite in it already too, but I always add some more because you can see like it's pretty dense. I don't know if you can actually see, it's pretty dark, but oh gosh. Spilling it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that much for that. Vermiculite. Couple scoops of that, and then the perlite. This perlite is like very fine. I feel like it's turning into dust over time in this bin. We'll just do a couple scoops of that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's wet, keep in mind, from the soil being wet, but I think that that's pretty good. I'm gonna use this potting mat. Okay, so the first plant that I'm going to be repotting is the stunning begonia fannie moser. She's one of my favorite begonias of all time. I've moved her to a different spot. You may have seen in some of my recent videos, but I've moved her to a different spot underneath, just kind of below where the Thai constellation is. And the sun has started coming into that part of the house in the afternoons, and it is just so beautiful seeing her shimmer in the sunshine. She's gorgeous. She does have diatomaceous earth on her, but I'll be washing that off soon. And just doing the pest spray that I mixed up yesterday. But yeah, she's so stunning. She's so dark. This is probably the darkest plant in my collection. Very gothic, very just unique. She is like the goth sister of the begonia maculata. So yeah, I just love her so much. She's been in this small pot for probably the past year, and it's time for her to get an upgrade. Oh my gosh, look at the pot I chose for her. that is a really big upgrade. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it was so massive. I'll go see if I have a different pot, but I might not, honestly, except for this one. And I was planning to use that for the other begonia we're gonna be doing. Okay, I found perhaps a more suitable pot. Yeah, I guess that is better. I fear it's not enough of an up pot, but I mean, it's something. I don't want it to drown in that super big pot. Not that it necessarily would, but I feel like I would just rather play it safe. So let's go ahead with this one. This is the pot that the moodeanum was in, so gave it a really good wash. All right, I'm just going to, it should be pretty straightforward, but I think I'm also gonna change out the trellis. So, ooh, roots look good. Love to see it. Okay, just popping her in the middle, and then I'll fill up around the edges. Okay, there she is. That actually worked out really well. She's got some fresh soil now and she's got a little bit more room, so hopefully she's gonna be happy with that. I just like, I can't get over how beautiful this plant is. I'm really excited to wash her off too. She's still beautiful with the diatomaceous earth, but she's gonna really shine once I spray her down. Oh, I guess I can't use that cover pot anymore. That's okay, I'll have to find a different one. So she is all done, super, super simple. Next one is going to be simple as well. So I am finally potting up my begonia thurstonii cuttings. This is a plant that, this is like an iconic plant in my collection. Y'all love this one. I would always just get so many comments and questions about it. And it got so big and unmanageable and I was really having trouble finding space for it. So I decided to chop it up probably in the winter time, I feel. And since then it's just been propagating and I just haven't gotten around to potting it up. It's quite dusty. So again, I'm gonna have to spray this one down. But yeah, I'm so excited to be potting her up again and starting to grow her out. She is just such a stunning begonia. Another really dark leafed one. I mean, she's dusty right now, but she has really shiny leaves and it's one of my favorite things about her. Yeah, it's just such a stunning plant. Yeah, it's just such a stunning, stunning plant. So I'm just so thrilled to be getting this potted up again. Like, we need her back in the collection. Okay, so I'm gonna be using this pot, I think. This just black plastic pot, and then hopefully I'll find a cover pot for her. Actually, should I? Well, she has quite a lot of roots. Well, yeah, I think I would be wise to do this one. I was considering going into this one, but I think I would be wise to do this one. So let's just pop some soil in here. Oh yeah, I need to figure out the trellis. I need to figure out a trellis for both of them. So I guess we'll do that after they're potted up. Okay, I'm literally just gonna stick her in. My other like dark fall begonia. Begonias are just so perfect for like the spooky season fall vibes. So many of them are like dark and just kind of suit that. The other one that I have is the Magdalene Madsen. That's in the bedroom and that one is getting so, it's huge and it's getting a little bit out of control. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one, if I'm gonna start it over as well, but I'm kind of waiting to see if it's gonna bloom because it bloomed last fall and it was so pretty. So I kind of hope that she blooms again, but I don't know if she will because last year when she bloomed, it was after she was outside for the summer. So she didn't go outside this summer. I'm thinking that maybe she won't bloom this year because of that, but we'll see. We'll see. The main problem that I have with cane begonias, they're my favorite kinds of like type of begonia to grow, but my main issue with them is just being able to give them the support that they need. Like you know, a lot of trellises aren't strong enough once they start getting big and really growing. So I don't know, I wish there was like a sturdier, I'm sure that there is a sturdier option. I just have the acrylic trellises or like thin bamboo trellises, and that's what I use, but sometimes they just end up like tilting forward, if you know what I mean, and it's just not as supportive as I would like. So if anyone has any suggestions of like a strong way to hold up a plant that gets kind of like tall and heavy like a begonia, let me know. Like my begonia, I'm actually thinking of moving this begonia out here where the Mills boat used to be. My begonia, what's it called? Lucerne, that one. I'm considering moving it out here, but again, it like has wood stake, or a wood stake, and it's just like flopping around in the pot. It's so annoying. So I have to find a way to kind of secure that better. I also know that at the beginning of this video, when I was looking at my list, I realized that I was talking about doing some Hoya chores like trellising and some things like that, but I think that I might do a whole separate video just for Hoya chores. I don't know how many of y'all would want to see that. I think that a good number of y'all like Hoya and are into Hoya content, but I know it's not for everybody, so I'm not sure, but let me know if you would like to see that. Okay, so now we have to decide. This lighting is so crazy. Now, every time I look at the viewfinder, it's like looking different. So this is the options, or these are the options. This wooden or bamboo trellis, I just get these from the dollar store. And then we also have the good old acrylic trellis. I could get away with an acrylic one for her, but I was thinking, let's move to the Fannie Moser. I was thinking about upgrading her to the wooden just because it's taller. I think it might work a little bit better. Oh yeah, it's like way taller than my largest acrylic one. So let me pop this in and see if I can make this work. So she's just clipped onto a U-shaped acrylic trellis right now with little dragonfly clips. So I'm just gonna remove those. Oh, and she does have one piece of twine here. Undo that. Wow. This acrylic trellis was actually putting in a lot of work because she's just completely flopped over without it. Okay, fully remove that. And then pop in this one. I mean, it is fairly thick, so we'll see how we can do. Seems like that might be okay. The height is definitely good, so I might have to use twine. Maybe I'll put the camera up so that you can actually see what I'm doing. I'll attach her here. Wait, where's this one going? Kind of in the middle, really. I should probably prune her too, but I kind of don't want to because she looks so good right now. I don't want to prune her. I'm not gonna. She's got lots of branches already. Okay, I'm gonna grab the twine. Okay, we have to keep in mind it's going to take some time for all of the leaves to start facing forward. This is like the only annoying thing about changing out a trellis, or like however the plant is kind of staked or climbing, there's always an adjustment period. But it's always worth it in the end. This one. All right, so she is all re-trellis. What does she look like? Actually not that bad. I mean, she'll look better once she starts facing out, but she doesn't look too bad. Man, this is just such a pretty plant. Okay, so she's done. And now we have this crazy gal. She's kind of going every which way, but I'm just gonna call this the back. And I guess I'll just for now go in with the acrylic. This doesn't need to be super tall yet. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so I'll just do that and use the dragonfly clips. Boop. Okay, so I guess that's it. Well, I could add one more. Should I add one more little dragonfly while I'm here? Or is this even gonna... Oh yeah, it works. Okay, so that's it for the thurstonii. She looks a little less glamorous than the fannie moser, but still stunning nonetheless. I am going to pop both of these plants in the shower, clean up my mess, and I think that this is going to be the official end of the video. I did the whole outro yesterday, but I wanted to include these begonia repots. Okay, so I guess, oh, there's an extra dragonfly. Okay, so I guess that this is going to be the official end of the plant chores video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for all of your support. Actually, you know what? This is not going to be the official end of the video because people have probably clicked out already because I started saying the intro or the outro. But I got a package today and it's PLANTY related. So why don't we just go ahead and open it? I've saved it so that I could open it with y'all, and then I completely forgot just now. So let me go grab it. Okay, so this package was sent to me by Kelpie. Ooh, the crunch of the perlite on the table. This was sent to me by a brand called Kelpie. They make, I think, plant food from kelp, and maybe they have a few different products, I believe. I honestly don't know too much about them, so I'm gonna have to dig, but they reached out to me and wanted to work together, and I asked if I could try out their products first. So this is gifted, but this is not like sponsored or anything. I want to use products for however long before I officially recommend them, of course. So I'm really grateful that they sent this to me to try out, and they are a local company, which is part of the reason that I was like, hey, yeah, I'd like to try that out. That's pretty cool that they're local. So yeah, let's open this up. They do have really cute branding as well, which I am a sucker for, but let's check this out. Boop. Okay, this little card is so cute. They said you should notice results after 3 to 4 weeks of your first time using Kelpie. That feels like a realistic time frame because it does take a few weeks from when you know, change to a different fertilizer or something. So they have, oh, it looks like they have, okay, so there's their plant food, and then there is a neem oil, which I used to use neem oil, haven't used it in years. Repels pests like aphids and spider mites, treats fungal diseases like powdery mildew and mold. I was actually made aware of that recently because I have powdery mildew in my garden outside on my squash, which is really annoying. And when I was researching things to treat it, I did see that neem was something that was used for that, which I didn't know. Okay. This and this. Oh, I think there's maybe different sizes in here for us to see. Okay, yeah. So this looks like the larger sizes. Nice like glass bottles, it feels like. Okay, let's open this up. Oops. Their branding is so cute. It's like paint, like a little kid painted or something. It says 100% natural. This bottle makes 50 liters and the only ingredient is giant kelp. So that's pretty cool. Made in BC, Canada, 1% for the planet. Pretty cool. I am curious to try this out. Maybe I can just push these out. There we go. Okay, so this is a little bottle of the neem. I definitely like that this is in a dropper. I'm assuming this is a small fertilizer. Yep. So I'll probably use this bottle and then just refill it with the bigger one because I like that there's the dropper on here. And this is probably the bigger neem. Oh no, this is a, oh, this was the neem. Am I going crazy? Oh no, there's two. Okay, so I have 3 sizes of the plant food. So this largest one makes 100 liters. So that's pretty good, actually. I feel like the, how concentrated something is really important to me when looking for plant food because I have such a big collection. I don't want to buy a bottle and then it's gone in like one watering of all my plants. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, little random planty plant supply unboxing to finish off this video. I think I'm gonna start using this food on some of my plants just to kind of see if it's actually making a difference and giving them a boost. I feel like that's the best way to do it, so yeah. Okay, so now this is the official end of this video. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate all of your kind comments. And yeah, that's it. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.